Hi guys, welcome to the Lewis gun low weight, or shall we call it the T-21 heavy blaster from Star Wars Battlefront. Well, this time it's the real deal, the Lewis automatic machine gun. Designed in the States but widely used by the British during World War I. Let's start with the statistics because that's what it's all about. 21 maximum damage up to a range of 20 meters, but this damage will drop. Eventually it will settle at 15 damage at a range of 35 meters and beyond. After 30 meters, every bullet will cause 15 damage. The Lewis gun can fire 480 rounds per minute, and on top of that it has a muzzle velocity of 740 meters per second. The damage points aren't exactly great, especially if you compare it to other weapons. To be honest with you, the fire rate is relatively slow, and if you combine this with the damage points, then you can understand why it takes 0.503 seconds to kill your enemy, and this is a very long time. I know that it isn't fair to compare the Lewis gun to a gun from some other classes, but if you compare this one to the Automatica for example, then it will take you almost twice as long to kill your enemy. At our 20 meters reference point, this time to kill will become 0.5 to 8 seconds. To be honest with you, this is terrible, and it's not going to give you a fair chance to win every single gunfight. If you guys start shooting at each other at exactly the same time, then the other guy is almost able to kill you twice before you even had the chance to kill him once. This is the biggest problem for the support class. The time to kill is pretty high, especially if you compare it to weapons from the other classes. Basically, you will have to position yourself so that you have the advantage in every single gunfight, or you're going to die trying. I agree with you completely when you say that it has a nice magazine size. 47 bullets in the first magazine and another 94 for later. And yes, it will allow you to kill a lot of people, but the problem is killing the first guy. If you don't kill him, then you're not gonna kill anybody else later. And then there is the reload time. 4.5 seconds for an empty reload. And 3 seconds for a reload with bullets left. I mean, really? Is this a joke? 4.5 seconds, that's almost 5 seconds to reload your magazine. It takes ages. And on top of that, it takes half a second to kill a guy. I mean, who invented this stuff? And then I didn't even start about the deploy time. 1.2 seconds. You better not sprint if you want to have the slightest chance to kill anybody. Imagine that you are on the battlefield and you're sprinting towards the next flag and you're holding the Lewis gun in your hands. You see your next victim, so you stop sprinting. It will take 1.2 seconds to raise your gun so that you're ready to fire. Then it will take you half a second to actually kill the guy if he's not more than 20 meters away. But okay, you managed to kill him. At this moment you see the second enemy. The only problem is that you're out of bullets, so you will have to reload. 4.5 seconds later, you're going to be ready to start shooting again. And you still expect to be alive at this point? We're talking about Battlefield here. It's not Civilization 6 where you have ages to plan your next move. It's now or never, and with the Lewis gun, it's never. The most amazing thing about the Lewis gun is that it has a standard bullet drop of 12 meters per second squared. I love to find positive things to say about this gun, but it took me ages to find one. Most of you know that this gun will become more accurate the longer you're shooting with it, which is great, but that's where the problem lies. The longer you shoot with it. You won't have the chance to shoot with it longer, so how is it going to become more accurate? The Lewis gun is the starting gun for the support class, which means that when you start playing Battlefield for the first time and you want to be a support guy, then you're stuck with this gun. This gun is able to kill somebody, but don't expect to kill everything and everyone. And yes, you can change the scope. You have the option to choose between an iron sights and AA sights. You can also change the magnification. The highest one that you can select is a 2x magnification, and you can change the recoil direction. The Lewis gun can be useful in a few situations, and you can suppress your enemies, but you're not going to be able to kill them immediately. My best advice is to start with the Lewis gun, and once you have the funds available, then buy something else and never come back. Just for info, the Lewis gun is not that bad. There are worse guns out there. The problem is that you're stuck with it. At least you can avoid the other guns that are worse. Most of you know that I make my YouTube videos for my subscribers, and I will always make sure that you will have the advantage. But I will also tell you what you should avoid, and this is a gun to avoid. The Lewis gun is not going to get you those massive kill streaks, and it's not going to give you the advantage. There are better guns out there and I will review them as well. This was Fog of Gaming, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the battlefield.